This is Marketplace. How to spot a fake.
I was fooled by that.
Online reviews. We all rely on them.
I've personally seen numerous people lose 9 to 11 pounds.
But are they for real?
I'm a certified financial advisor, and I'm a designer, and I'm a teacher.
One of Canada's top reviewers.
How's the business not held accountable for that?
Why do you do so many fake reviews? Aren't you misleading people? I don't even know who you are. Get away from my...
Why won't you talk to us? This is your Marketplace. We're heading to a stakeout north of Toronto.
Just drive around for a second, have a look.
Searching for a woman who doesn't want to be found.
There's that spot right there. But that might be too close.
A woman whose job is to fool people like you and me. This woman.
Hi there, I'm Suzanne. I'll create a believable testimonial video for you starting at just $10.
She makes money making fake testimonials for businesses, pretending she's a real customer.
Just send me your script of up to 50 words to work with.
She even poses as an expert to push questionable diet supplements.
Hi, my name is Maria J. Clifford. I'm a licensed dietitian at the Kennedy Health Institute in Washington.
Making fake testimonials like this could be illegal, but it seems she's done thousands of them, and we'd like to talk to her about it. Our plan is to drop off this package at her post office box and wait for her to pick it up. It's a bit of deception designed to expose hers.
Hi there, my name is Suzanne. Hi, I'm Tessa Daly of Tampa, Florida. Hey everyone, it's Jennifer.
We're not sure what her real name is, but companies all over the world hire her to say good things about them, then post her reviews on their websites.
To let everyone know about Rain City Maids.
Like this maid service in Seattle, and this private eye in England.
I suspected for some time that my husband had been having an affair. Now, I heard about Stellar Intelligence through a friend of mine, and I asked them for help.
This isn't the only time we've wanted to know more about this woman. In fact, we once hired her ourselves.
Hi there, I just wanted to make this quick video to tell everyone how much I love eating it cheesed off.
We first investigated online reviews 2 years ago. With so many of us relying on reviews to decide where to spend our money, we wanted to know how easy it is for a company to fool us with fake ones. So, we invented a phony food truck called Cheesed Off, with its own website, Facebook page, and lots of tricked-out photos. Then we hired people to say how much they liked our truck on review sites like Yelp. We showed just how easy it is to manufacture a good reputation, even for a phony business.
I'm here to offer you a written review for your product or your service.
We found our reviewers on Fiverr.com. It offers cheap ways to boost your business, including hundreds of people who will make testimonials, saying whatever you want them to.
Something that seems like it may have come from one of your actual customers.
To give you an idea how big the problem is, Amazon, the internet giant, recently sued more than 1,000 people on Fiverr for selling fake reviews about its products.
I love getting lunch at Cheesed Off.
The woman we're investigating goes by the username Sanpan. We first picked her because she's a Canadian and a top seller on Fiverr, and she was happy to lie about our fake truck.
They're fast, they're friendly, and they make the best grilled cheese sandwich around.
Since that story first aired, the problem of fake reviews persists, and so does the woman called Sanpan. As we dig deeper, our trail leads to this man. We're in Kamloops, British Columbia, to meet George Gabriel.
Physics, math, biology, the usual sciencey things.
He's a university student who feels duped by testimonials and thinks Sanpan has gone too far.
Honestly, I had lost a whole bunch of weight to begin with, and then I sort of went off that weight loss wagon, and then I was kind of looking for an easier way to get back onto it.
George heard about the diet supplements, raspberry ketone, and green coffee bean extract, and went looking online. What he found was a lot of testimonials.
The testimonials were sort of saying that people had amazing results with these. They lost more weight than what the product claimed it did.
George spent a couple of $100 and a few weeks trying them, but didn't notice any difference.
I was fooled by that, and I'm I like to think of myself as an educated consumer.
We show him a testimonial for the same supplements from Sanpan.
I've personally seen numerous people lose 9 to 11 pounds during their first week, and I'm doing this because I care about people.
I'm doing this because I care about people. I think that's definitely a lie. There's absolutely no way that she's making all of these videos, dressing up in a lab coat and telling people that they need to be buying products from a certain area just because she cares about people.
George is right. Sanpan is only pretending she's a professional.
Hi, my name is Maria J. Clifford, Gina Parker, Jessica Moore. I'm a licensed dietitian at the Kennedy Health Institute in Washington, at the Herald Institute here in Washington. I'm also the mother of 2, and I'm also the mother of 3 children.
I think that everybody has to have some sort of thing in them that says, no, I'm not gonna do that, it's wrong. Because there's a certain point where it's acting, and then there's a certain point where it's misleading people.
I'm a certified financial advisor, and I'm a designer, and I'm a teacher.
We spend weeks online trying to track down Sanpan. She's the tip of an internet iceberg of deception, despite being outed by us 2 years ago. So if I type in the one username that I know, but for a woman who's all over the web, she's proving very hard to find. Using picture searches and variations of her username, we find pieces of her past. An old profile, a dormant website offering realistic reviews, places where she admits to making thousands of videos. We find old photos of her pets. And this one of her backyard. But still, it's a needle in a haystack. Eventually, we even find this.
I play an investigative reporter named Heather Blank in the new movie, My Uncle John is a Zombie.
It's a fundraising video for a new zombie movie. Here's a trailer.
Uncle John, don't worry. I won't let anybody hurt you.
Sanpan does get a credit on the Internet Movie Database as Suzanne Banks. But none of this tells us exactly who she is or where to find her.
After all, the public has a right to know. Wouldn't you agree?
We do agree. So we go back on Fiverr to ask Sanpan to make us another testimonial, this time for a scarf.
Hello, Sanpan. I'd like to buy a video testimonial from you.
We're pretending to have our own business, selling hand-knit accessories online. Once again, she happily agrees to make us a video and to wear our scarf. No questions asked.
Suzanne P. That's how she wants us to address it.
Sanpan, or Suzanne, tells us to send the scarf to her post office box in Nobleton, Ontario.
Gonna fold it up nice and stuff it in the envelope.
That's how we get to this parking lot, waiting outside this post office. Hours pass, and still no sign of Sanpan. Not until early the next day, when suddenly she shows up. Sanpan heads to her car with package in hand.
This is CBC, and we want to talk to you about the testimonials you sell on Fiverr.
Oh, I'm gonna pass, thanks.
Why?
I just don't have anything to say, and I really don't want to be on
Why
camera.
do you do so
right
many
now.
fake reviews?
I don't even know who you are.
Why do you do so many fake reviews? Aren't you misleading people?
I don't even know who you are. Get away from my car.
Why won't you talk to us? What about the people that believe your reviews and trust you?
It's all over in 30 seconds. Or so we think. Sanpan's surprising return.
So you don't think what you're doing is wrong? You don't think giving false testimonials?
And meet the man behind the big Bell bust.
The reviews were written like non-humans would write it.
This is your marketplace. Don't get fooled on your marketplace. An SUV barrels out of a strip mall north of Toronto. Inside, a woman who doesn't want to talk to us with a package we sent her.
Hi there, I'm Jennifer, and
Her job? Lying to consumers as they decide where to spend their money. In the business of fake online testimonials, she's one of Canada's top sellers.
She's back. Let's get out.
None of us were expecting her to return.
She may want to do questions now, right? Well, let me see. They're just getting photos.
As we approach the car, she rolls up the window, but stays put.
Suzanne, I would like to have a civil conversation with you about the testimonials you sell on Fiverr.
Let's just stand back so she doesn't feel like we're harassing her.
Where are you from? We're with CBC Marketplace. CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
What I'm gonna do.
But can we get some answers from you? We just want to talk to you.
After several tense minutes, Sampan opens her door and throws out the scarf we sent her. But still, she remains. Sampan is prolific, but she's not alone in the world of online fakery. Bell Canada was busted in 2015 after it created a phone app and asked its own employees to write glowing online reviews. This is the guy who first noticed Bell's wrongdoing.
Have you watched anything on Facebook Live?
No.
Scott Stratton is an author and public speaker who knows a lot about what he calls authentic marketing. We catch up with him at a studio in Burlington, Ontario, where he records his weekly podcast.
Hey, Scott.
Hey there, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Let's go on in.
All right. Bell got busted big time, and it all started with you. How did that happen?
So I woke up one day and I just pulled up the App Store, and I noticed that the Bell mobile app was number 2. And I said, hang on a second. There's only one thing I know for sure in life. People don't like their phone company. That's pretty much how it goes. That's a given. And the reviews were written like non-humans would write it. Marketers would write it like this. And it made no sense. It's right here. Works great, makes it so easy now to check my profile and pay my bill. Nice, clean design and very user-friendly. Have you ever said user-friendly in your life?
Nope.
Right? That's what I mean. It doesn't make any sense. Much improved, like the new look, faster and easier to use. It's right out of a commercial. Looking forward to include BTV and home phone services in future releases. No, that's not human. That's not human.
Scott does some digging and goes on LinkedIn, the social networking site designed for business. He discovers that many of the people who reviewed the Bell app are Bell employees. An associate director at Bell, the performance manager, the marketing manager, an IT executive, a senior project manager. Scott decides to write this blog about it.
I wrote, it's called For Whom the Bell Mobility Tolls, with, by the way, it's the greatest headline I've ever written in my life. First comment on that post from somebody was, who cares? And I said, I do. And you should too. That if we compromise the ecosystem of trust on the internet, what do we have? It's just words.
Turns out Canada's Competition Bureau cared too and made Bell pay a fine of $1.25 million.
$1.25 million. That's huge.
Like, not bad for a couple of words.
You're a consumer hero.
It's not all heroes wear capes, you know, it's just...
But they wear man buns.
But they wear man buns, it's the new cape.
Scott's a big user of reviews himself, sometimes even fake ones.
We figured out, how do we get reviews for unselling?
For the release of his book, Unselling, he decides to have a laugh by hiring some fake reviewers, also from Fiverr.
Write a script and then buy your reviews for $5.
And here's the best part. We tried to think of the best, most ridiculous word they could say, and we came up with bomb diggity.
The new book, Unselling, the new customer experience, is the bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
The bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity. So let's scroll back a bit. I want to show you someone. That woman.
Yeah.
Her name is Sampan on Fiverr.
Yeah.
We've also hired her for another story we did on fake reviews.
Yeah.
In fact, she's all over the internet faking it.
Yes.
Can we take a look at some of her videos?
Yeah, of course, please.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Can't wait.
Watch as Scott's reaction changes from amusement.
I'm a certified financial advisor.
Are you?
Now she's a financial advisor.
Hello, my name is Maria J. Clifford. I'm a licensed dietitian, PhD, at the Kennedy Health Institute in Washington.
to when he sees Sanpan in her lab coat, pushing diet supplements.
This is my problem, okay? Even before this, we should all have an issue with it. That none of this stuff should be happening. People just think that they're just not under any rules, but they're not held to them because they're not on TV. It's not a commercial on TV. So it's like this wild west of online. How does Fiverr not held accountable for that? How is the business not held accountable for that? And then people get scammed, and that's what makes me upset.
She's pretending to be a licensed dietitian.
I think now we're way over to that. That line has been really, really crossed.
Is there anything you would say to her?
Please stop. It's because we're at the point of harm. We really are. Is it worth the $5 or the 10 because you wore a lab coat? You know, is it really worth that?
We're trying to ask Sanpan that exact question.
I want to ask you a question. We've seen you claim to be a licensed dietitian, a certified financial advisor, an insurance agent. None of that is true, though. Well, it certainly looks like you. And we just sent a package to you as Sanpan on Fiverr, and you picked up that package. Can I tell you something? We're not trying to entrap you at all. We want you to answer some questions that we have.
I have nothing to say to you. You have no proof that I'm doing this.
So you're telling us you are not Sanpan or Suzanne P.
She denies she's Sanpan, but defends the practice of selling testimonials.
I want to hear this because it's important for you to have your voice.
No, every time a commercial is on, it is advertising, okay?
Yeah.
Spokespeople, advertising people all over the world, making claims, making statements.
Can I tell you that what you're doing is unethical, possibly illegal?
Nothing I have done or anybody I know in that marketplace is doing anything wrong, okay? They are earning money, they're doing things, and I have nothing to say. Get that microphone
So you
out of
don't
my...
think what you're doing is wrong? You don't think giving false testimonials...
Are you the moral police?
I'm asking you what you think. I'm asking your thought.
No, I have no comment on that.
I'm asking your thoughts, Suzanne. I want to know if you think that giving false testimonials online, if that's not wrong.
Get your microphone out of my car, which is private property.
Is anyone cracking down?
A big part of what the Bureau does is complaints driven.
It's up to you to stop fake reviews. This is your Marketplace. Get Marketplace in your inbox once a week. Sign up for a newsletter at cbc.ca/marketplace. The real deal on your Marketplace. She's a top seller in Canada, but what Sanpan sells are fake testimonials used to deceive consumers.
I've recommended it to many of my patients, and the results have been great.
She says there's nothing wrong with it, but is she right? This is someone who should know. Josephine Palumbo with Canada's Competition Bureau. We head to Gatineau, Quebec for answers.
But that is something that we've noticed.
Palumbo is a deputy commissioner with the Law Enforcement Agency. She's on the lookout for deceptive marketing practices.
The Bureau wants to ensure that truth in advertising applies in whatever forum those communications are made.
They're the ones who busted Bell for fake reviews.
We have been doing some investigating into this woman. Her name is Sanpan, and I just want to show you a video in which she purports to be a licensed dietitian.
Please find the 4 easy steps to identifying the real raspberry ketones below. Please also note that I don't have any financial interest in raspberry ketones, and I'm doing this
no
just
financial
because I care
interest,
about
although
people.
she is being paid through Fiverr. So should she not be held accountable?
I'm not going to comment specifically on this particular individual, but what does the law say? We're going to look to see whether or not the message that is being provided is one of a genuine, impartial, authentic reviewer.
The rules say you cannot intentionally mislead, whether you sell reviews, use them as a company, or permit them to be made.
So all of the individuals who fall within that sort of a scheme could potentially be subjected to civil or criminal processes should we proceed with the case.
We spoke to a lawyer who specializes in advertising and competition. And he told us that the enforcement is lagging here when it comes to deceptive ads. What do you say to that?
Well, I beg to differ. I think that the integrity of online reviews is important. So we have to make sure that the rules of engagement are followed, and the Bureau is fully committed to doing that.
The Bureau says enforcement depends on Canadians to complain.
Can people complain about Sampan?
Well, absolutely. In fact, a big part of what the Bureau does is complaints driven. I encourage consumers who feel that they have been misled through misrepresentations, please contact the Bureau.
Hi there, everyone. While the Bureau waits for your complaints, we take our investigation to Fiverr. We ask repeatedly for an interview to talk about the huge platform they provide for people like Sampan.
In this gig, I'll be your actor.
But Fiverr will only give us a statement. We decide to get one of their sellers to read it for us.
With any script-driven testimonial delivered by an actor, it's incumbent upon the advertiser to be transparent with consumers and consistent with the laws governing disclosures around that paid-for content.
Fiverr argues its sellers are just actors saying their lines, and it's up to buyers to tell the public that.
Hi guys, my name's Stephanie and I'm an actress.
Right after we contact Fiverr, it also adds this bit of transparency to its website. Sellers in this category are actors. The testimonials they provide on your behalf are paid promotional materials, and you should indicate this to your customers. It's a disclaimer. Maybe Fiverr's way of acknowledging its site can be used to mislead. But will it change anything for consumers? As for Sampan, the last we see of her, she drives off down the highway. And get this, seems she's now out of the testimonial business. Within hours, her gig disappears from Fiverr. Guess we'll never get that review for our scarf.
Next week on Marketplace, we're going undercover, investigating a multi-million-dollar business, natural diet supplements. Do they work?
We know that these natural diet pills are not effective, really just hope in a bottle.
And are they safe?
It's okay.
Should be.
My liver was failing. I had 4 to 5 days to live.
She actually at one point was considered the sickest woman in Canada.
I would like to see it banned